Good morning and welcome to Scatters Homestead. This morning we are going to be taking the top boxes off of our two hives, and we're going to be extracting honey today. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these boxes off and we're going to put them into my truck. I've already put the escape board on there, so I put it on 3 nights ago. And so now all the bees should be at the bottom and not be in the top. There probably will be some up there, but anyways. So the plan is to take those 2 supers off and bring them over to Hannes and Nicole's.
While Sheldon's taking the supers off of the hives, I wanted to let you know why we decided to get into honey in the first place. Number one, Sheldon just wanted to conquer some fears, and he figured this was one of them. Another reason is for my health. I'm supposed to be eating food as close to home as possible, and staying away from refined sugars. You gotta eat honey, dates, and maple syrup, and so this is why we're doing it.
Okay, the box on the right here had way more bees up in the top than I was expecting. The other one had virtually none. So we'll see how that goes when we get to Hannes and Nicole's. They'll still be there, so obviously we're gonna have bees in the honey house. These boxes are heavy. Whew.
So we made it. We're at the honey house, and right now Nicole is showing us how to prepare the frames so that they are ready for the extractor. All she's doing is she's uncapping any of the honeycombs that are capped by the bees. She's just showing us right there. There's some that are extra white, and that means that the bees have put wax over top of that comb so that it is sealed up. The honey is actually sealed up behind it. So she just takes her time and she moves through that. She cleans up the top of the frame so that there's not too much buildup as the season goes on. And then she just goes and hangs it there in the frame, waiting to go into the extractor.
So the second and third extractions, you say there's more capping?
Yes,
Okay.
In July usually it's hot and warm and they are working really hard.
Oh yeah.
They just start flowering very soon. And then the second and third one, it's different.
Here, Sheldon has just allowed the extractor to spin once, and now he's flipping every single one of the frames. And he's going to turn the extractor on again, and he's going to let it spin out. And then he's going to have to do this one more time, bring it back to the other side, spin it, and after that third time, it should be done. And the final step for the honey is to bring it through a really fine strainer. And this is just getting out the last bit of wax so that the honey is nice and clean. There might be some flecks in there just through the processing. And we just keep doing it over and over and over again. This took us about 4 hours to do both Hannes and Nicole's and ours.
Videotape.
You didn't have it on videotape?
I didn't have it on video, no. So me and Hannes were going to put the hives back on, or the supers back onto the hives, and I was wearing my suit like this, and they started attacking my ankles, and I got stung there, and then they just started 1, 2, 3, 4. They got into my shoes, 5, 6, like this, just everywhere here, this whole area. And in my bottom of my foot.
The bottom of your foot?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's just on one side. I was like, man, they're stinging me like crazy. I was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. So I ran away. But then they just all follow you. Yeah, this side, same thing. I think I got all the stinging of it, so this side wasn't as bad. But yeah.
Nicole to the rescue. Get the Benadryl.
I feel fine.
Yikes, spikes. I'm glad I wasn't there.
Well, I learned my lesson. Now I'm just going to wear rubber boots next time.
Where Hannes wears rubber shoes.
Oh, you wear
You okay?
I feel great. Yeah, why?
You're really sweaty and
Well, I'm warm,
your
yeah.
eyes are glossy. Just watching your eyes.
What does that mean? I feel totally fine. Like, so now we're starting on our boxes. Oh, no, it's good.
Nicole's in it now.
Yeah.
We didn't sign any licenses with Nicole that she's okay with being part of the meeting.
Oh, yeah. We never did with Hannes either.
The next one, red is way softer because it's fresh.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you will see the difference. It feels different.
It feels different, the frames?
No, the wax, it's
Oh, yeah.
fresh wax.
It's
The
a
original
soft.
old one, it's hard,
Stiff
and that one is really still nice and soft.
and bright.
Yeah. I have to see. Oh, that is heavy. Wow.
And more work.
More work. That's why. Yeah, that's different. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, it's that is cool. Oh boy. That just I made a mess out of that one. I think we should
That's more delicate when it's fresh.
Yeah.
So much you can really throw some.
Just
Fix it in.
well, because you go over it twice and it just like smushes everywhere.
Yeah. I will wash it.
That's intense.
What's that?
It's just a totally different consistency than theirs.
Okay.
At least that's what I'm.
Take that one. Wash it out.
All right, so we're coming to the end of our last frames here for ours. How much do you figure we got?
Usually, like I would think that is for sure 17. You probably have for sure 34 kilos. That's my guess. I can be wrong.
Okay,
34 kilos.
that's pretty good.
That's what I think. My best estimate.
Oh, that handle's all bent already.
19.63.
19.363 kgs.
Yep. What's this one? This one's heavier. 23.41 kgs. So 19.63. All sticky now. 19.63 plus, what was it? 42.94 kgs times 2.20. 94.72 pounds.
Nice.
Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our honey. We got these filters from Hannes and Nicole. We're gonna filter them like we did that they were doing at the honey house. We are doing it here with our honey to separate the cone or the wax from the honey.
Okay, it is 2 days since we processed the honey, but we did not actually get to the last step of our process. That is because we went through a really busy day yesterday. And so what we need to do is we need to siphon the honey one last time just to get all of all of the little bits and wax out of the honey. We could keep it like this and just bottle it up as it is, but we would actually like to make it just a little bit cleaner. So there are some videos that Sheldon had already made. He had taken you along with the last straining process in the kitchen, and unfortunately it wasn't working. The reason why it wasn't working is because it's not warm enough. The house obviously is cooler than it is outside. We can't do it outside in the heat because there's bugs. We don't have a proper heating room for the honey, and so what we have now decided is that we are setting up shop in Sheldon's bike shop. So Sheldon's actually away right now. He's gone for the next few days. So I got somebody to pick up this heater for me. I am going to be setting it up in that room. I'm going to get that room nice and hot, keep an eye on it, and then we will be able to start actually straining off this honey once it has warmed up to a certain point. So we're going to go downstairs and we're going to set this thing up. I'll have to admit, I'm actually quite paranoid about putting a heater like this up in the house. I don't want to put it on the floor. The floor is like a rubber floor, and then there's cardboard around where the honey is set up. So I'm going to put this stool down. There's a stool here that has like a I'm supposed to be recovering it, so it just has like a wooden seat on it right now. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to put the heater on that, and hopefully that's not going to cause too much trouble. It will be safer anyways than putting it on a rubber floor. So most heaters have a safety switch on it that if the heater all of a sudden would topple over or something like that, it would actually turn itself off. And I just checked this one, and it goes no matter what. So I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on this one. That makes me extra nervous. So yeah. Okay, I have been straining these off now over the last couple, like 16 hours, just slowly adding more and more to the buckets. It's definitely getting sandy, and probably could afford to get clean, but we're almost done. I'm gonna completely push it. So all we need to do is add. That's it. That's all we've got left. So we're going to throw it in here. I have gotten this room to probably about 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is working really well. I just have to go wash these screens in between batches to make sure that we're actually able to get the honey out. I feel like now I'm finally gonna get sticky. So this is what's left here. Doesn't that look great? Delicious. And then we have, I just dumped the pail in there. And so it's slowly just gonna run its way in there. And then we are done this process. All I have to do after that is put it into containers for storage and we're done. Okay, I don't know how many days this video actually spans across anymore. A lot of days. But I just wanted to come on here and kind of give you like a final word on what all happened. So we extracted honey, 94 pounds worth of honey, and then we ended up filling 40 of these so that we could sell them to friends and family. And they are selling, and it's just exciting to share the honey and have them taste it, and it tastes so wonderful. And of course enjoy it ourselves. And that's one thing that it's like, when it's so exciting, you eat too much of it. We need to, I'm sure it's going to tone down over time, and it's just going to be a need that we have as always, but now it's a want, because it just tastes so wonderful. So in saying all of that, sharing our own entire time with you and extracting honey, we're excited. We're going to be able to do this in like 2 or 3 weeks again. And that's just exciting to see. And we're curious, like, are they going to give just as much? Are they going to give more? We don't know. So thanks for joining us. Remember, you might have some limitations, but that does not mean you're limited. Have a great day.